piggybacking the post, what are you medicating yourself for? Why are you medicating yourself? And medicating yourself, medication can come from actual pharmaceuticals or supplements or herbs or meditation or sunlight or alcohol or pornography or movies or books. But if you're medicating yourself to not feel, to cover up, to subdue a symptom, the question is, why are you medicating? What are you not wanting to see? Because that's what symptoms and injuries are for. They're for you to see and understand something about you. What is it? What is here for you to learn? What is here for you to experience? And it's not a one-to-one. You experience it, you understand it, and then it's just all done. No, it's the depth of the experience. We cover this in visits all the time, intention around your choices. And as people are itemizing and listing things down, it could even be somebody, I'm vegetarian. Well, some camps would say that's healthy. Some would say that's not healthy. I would ask the person, why are you vegetarian? It's so I can drink more alcohol. Aha. So it's not about healthy or not healthy. It's about why that person chooses to do that the way they do it for the reasons they want to do it. And then it would lead us to, why are you choosing alcohol? What's here for you to see that you're medicating with alcohol and vegetarianism? Two totally different things, where one is healthy, one is not healthy. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't work that way with the human body. It has to go deeper than that. Think about this, keeping the ambient temperature in your room when you sleep at 67 degrees. Okay, that's supposedly healthy. Well, since we're not in a healthy, not healthy world, we're going past that because we know the body doesn't work that way. We're going deeper than that. I would ask, why do you keep it at 67 degrees? Not that you read it and heard it in a podcast, or you read it, it's the healthiest. Nah, why? Because your body only heals in symptoms and injuries and is responding to your choices, to the depths of your choices. So let's start getting into being honest. Why 67 degrees? And when you realize and you're open and you're okay and comfortable with yourself to be honest with yourself, because your body's going to be honest with yourself, it's, I kept it at 67 degrees because I'm cheating on my wife. She doesn't know about it. She likes to cuddle at night. When she cuddles, I feel guilty. And when I feel guilty, I don't sleep as well. I want to sleep better. So I turn the temperature up a little to where it's too hot. She doesn't cuddle as much. I have less guilt. I sleep better. Boom. So there's the deeper effects that are going to lie here versus the topical, do healthy things, avoid unhealthy things. It goes deeper than that. That's why, again, you hear infinite examples of the people, I did all the healthy things, I still got sick, quote unquote, I still got injured, therefore it's random, it's luck, there's no rhyme or reason to anything, it's just life, I guess. Like, no. Or the person that avoided all the bad things and they still have symptoms and injuries. I don't understand. I added all the good. I took away all the bad. What's wrong with me? And see, the problem with that story is it then perpetuates that something is wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your body, and there's not even anything wrong with your choices. There's just the effects of your choices. So again, even in the grips of looking at something as being toxic or harmful, before you count the power of how toxic or the energy of how toxic or harmful something is, you have to look at the individual's ability to be able to even sit with that. Why are they asking for that? Why are they exposed to that at this time? That individual's response is going to be way more powerful. That individual is going to be way more powerful than any singular avenue we could ever look as far as toxicity of something or the harm of something. That's why it's silly to red flag and blacklist mold and toxins and metals and Wi-Fi. I've said this over and over. It doesn't make any sense. These things are medicine for us for a reason, for a certain time period, for a certain choice, and they're going to be different person to person. So again, it's, what are you medicating yourself with? healthy, unhealthy, quote unquote, things are you medicating yourself with, and why? What are you not wanting to see? What are you not wanting to understand? That's going to lead you to taking steps in a direction that'll actually make sense, because you're going to have to face it at some point, or you're going to have to face that you don't want to face it and you're okay with how your body's responding. You're going to own the response, and that's that authenticity I'm talking about. It's not about living in a way that somebody says is good or bad or right or wrong. No, it's just about owning the effects of how you're living, owning the response that your body does for you on how you're living. And that's going to be a level of ownership brings a form of peace that not many have discovered. Not many know is there while symptomatic, while injured. It's a pretty beautiful thing, and so that's what I'm pushing for as far as humanity goes. And that's why I've had even people hire me. I would ask them, why'd you hire me? They're like, well, I'm gonna pick my forms of medicine. You're not here to make me feel bad about this, as all these other naturopaths and holistic people have. You're rather going to look at why I'm choosing it and to help me get me in a position to be able to handle that. Of course, if you want to choose herbs and supplements and naturopathy and chemotherapy and surgery and radiation, it doesn't fucking matter. It's your reasoning for what you're doing it for, and what you're needing to see here. But there's going to be rules you got to follow, laws you got to follow to put yourself in a position to be able to handle that and be able to digest that and process that. So, things that are deeper than the superficial posts will ever allow. And that's why specifics can never be given in on an office wall or on social media or on a podcast. It's not possible. It doesn't work that way. And why I still do one-on-ones and won't do protocols. I can put up protocols easy. Here's a skin protocol, here's a lymph protocol, here's a knee protocol, here's an ankle protocol, here's a performance protocol, here's a speed protocol, here's a recovery protocol. Gotta meet with the person, gotta get real, have to ask the difficult questions, got to go and understand these answers, because that's what the body's responding to. Boom.